Wednesday, December 30th. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 1.
Consideration of a resolution by the City Council requiring the dissolution of the Bristol Downtown Development Corporation.
Mr. Mayor, whereas the City of Bristol, pursuant to Section 18-192 of the Bristol Code of Ordinances, organized for the Bristol Downtown Development Corporation to serve as the development agency for a certain property formerly known as the Mall at Bristol Center, and whereas the City of Bristol has determined that the development of the project area would best be served if administered by the Bristol Development Authority, now therefore be it resolved that the City Council hereby directs that the Bristol Downtown Development Corporation shall take the necessary steps to dissolve and wind up its affairs pursuant to Section 18-192, subsection E of the Bristol Code of Ordinances, and that it be further resolved that this matter be referred to the Ordinance Committee for any necessary action.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
I do have some, Your Honor. First of all, Councilman Brown is not able to be here tonight, and so he sent me a message that he wanted me to put into the record on this issue. He wants to thank the BDDC members, both past and present, for their countless hours of community service to try and build a better Bristol by working to redevelop our downtown. However, as we turn the page, I look forward to working with the BDA and all stakeholders as we begin the process of trying to bring a new service downtown. And he wants me to let everyone know that he's sorry to miss this meeting, and that's it for him.
Any other discussion? Let me say that the Bristol Downtown Development Corporation was formed in 2007. We've been fortunate to have very fine volunteers among the best in Bristol working on the BDDC project. They've put in hundreds of hours working on a project plan with a preferred developer. Unfortunately, the developer was unable to execute the plan for downtown. The BDDC members provided guidance, vision, and confidence in Bristol could make a difficult property a desirable location. The City Council and I are grateful for all their efforts made by the BDDC over the past 9 years, and we thank them for the selflessness dedication. We have a new opportunity and a new direction. We believe that Bristol Development Authority has the tools it needs to carry on from here and continue the fine work of the BDDC. You have my word as mayor and the assurance of the City Council that we will continue to work together to develop the Depot Square property into a vibrant destination we can all be proud of. On behalf of the city, the City Council, and the City of Bristol, let me express my thank you to everyone past and present who serves on the BDDC. We're extremely grateful.
Your Honor, has the city reached out to the current members?
I've called every member personally and spoke to every single member. Thank you. That was done yesterday. Any other discussion? Hearing none, a resolution starting my far right.
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion passes. Item number 2 is to go into executive session to discuss the purchase of the Main Street property, Riverside Avenue. Council was going into executive session.
Okay.
A motion made seconded. Who's going in?
Just the lawyers from our office.
We may invite in Kurt Barowitz and John Leone. We may invite them in. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. All right. Do I have a motion to come back into session?
So moved.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Let the record show the votes were taken in executive session. I have a motion to read.
I hereby move that the mayor or acting mayor be authorized to execute a letter of intent to purchase land with Bristol Hospital Incorporated to purchase lot C3, Bristol Depot Square, attached hereto as Exhibit A. I further move that this matter be referred to the Land Use Department, the Bristol Development Authority, to work with the prospective buyer in the planning process.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
I have discussion. I'm going to be voting no tonight, and I just want to put it on the record. I've talked to the hospital representatives in executive session. I firmly believe that this project, medical office building of Bristol Hospital, does belong on Depot Square, but I have a different vision as to where on Depot Square it belongs. This letter of intent mentions or refers to lot C3, I believe, which is basically the first phase of the former Renaissance Downtowns project facing Main Street. And I just disagree with that, and while I voted for disbanding the BDDC tonight, and I do think we're entering a different chapter here, I think a vision of a walkable downtown with mixed use is better served with this building somewhere else. Now, there may be some room for negotiation as we go forward with the purchase and sale agreement, and there's certainly been a lot of exciting possibilities talked about for the building that could retain some of that, what I call the dream or the vision of a walkable downtown. And so I certainly am hopeful that that will happen, but I'm not confident with the drafting of this particular letter of intent that it's not as strong as I'd like, so I am voting no tonight again.
Any other discussion?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd just like to make a comment that goes back to Election Day. When I talked to a lot of people in my district, they said they wanted to see brick and mortar downtown. Not just any brick and mortar, but brick and mortar that made sense. What we're about to take up tonight, it makes sense. So I'll be voting yes, and I'll be representing those people that want something to happen. Not just anything, but something viable and something that makes sense, something that's part of our downtown. And this is it. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may. The comments that I've received from the public is, I hope you're not settling. Well, I firmly believe this is anything but settling. I think that the plan will be well thought out. Where it goes, we'll find out exactly where it goes. But I think what it's going to be, I think there has to be a trust factor, and I think that the people that have come to us with a sense of urgency that I really appreciate. I know that they are anxious to get this project underway, and I really think that this is the first step to attract other people to the project. And I think it's going to be a good first step, and I think it's something that we certainly are not settling on. It's something that we're assured is going to be something we can be proud of. And I want to believe what they're telling us, and I certainly do, and I'm anxious to get the project started.
If I may, Mr. Mayor, I would like to say that I believe the hospital, Bristol Hospital, has the best interests of the city at heart. The Bristol Hospital is run by people who live and work in the community. They want to be a part of the community. And having a medical office building in our downtown will provide a lot of people on a day-to-day basis in our downtown area, a lot of foot traffic, which will hopefully spur more development in our downtown area. And I think it is a great first step in the process to having a walkable downtown again.
Well, you know, kind of one thing, Your Honor, is the other thing that I've heard was that we're doing this thing rather quickly. And I want the public to know that that's not the case. I think we've worked, and you've worked with the hospital for the last few weeks. We've deliberated this at length with staff, professional staff. And I think what Tony said was true about our constituents wanting to see action downtown, but Bristol Hospital has always been a very good corporate citizen. They're involved, their people are engaged, and being I think the second leading employer, or biggest employer in town. This is not something that we haven't deliberated and had time to review with earnest vision. So I don't want people to think that's the case either. But that's correct. Thank you.
And I'll jump on that as well. I want to thank Bristol Hospital. This is huge for our downtown and development of Depot Square. This is just the beginning of a new vibrant downtown. This is a great partnership between the City of Bristol and Bristol Hospital. We have worked countless hours over the last 3 weeks putting this deal together. This was nothing that was just slapped together. We've had numerous rough drafts of LOIs in trying to get seven of us in conjunction with the Bristol Hospital on the same page, and I think we did a pretty good job with it. But this is just the beginning. I want to thank Bristol Hospital for stepping up. They're investing in our downtown where no one else wanted to invest. We had Renaissance that couldn't come up with the money. Bristol Hospital is investing it, and they're not asking for city money at this point. And this is huge. So I want to thank Bristol Hospital. This is going to be a great partnership. We're going to have approximately 300 employees on the ground every day, going to lunches, going to restaurants. And this is only going to develop our downtown. And this, in conjunction with the Memorial Boulevard that is being worked on right now, is a huge step for our downtown. And I want to thank Bristol Hospital for all we've done. And I know we're going to be talking a lot more. So that being said, any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call, starting my far right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
No.
Chair votes yes, motion passes. Thank you very much. Motion to adjourn. Move it. Second, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Have a good New Year.